Welcome back everyone to some more F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. We are heading into the next round of the season, which is the French Grand Prix, as I mentioned last video. If you guys haven't seen the previous video at the Canadian Grand Prix, make sure you check out the link in the description. There is a link to a playlist of all the F1 2021 My Team videos we've made so far, so please be sure to catch up. We've had a stunning sort of season so far. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, early doors. We had a great P2 finish, went off in the distance with no points at the Chinese Grand Prix, and then made some significant improvements and stayed stable around the 5th or 6th positions, and then got some podiums in the previous two. So things are kind of looking up. We are in contention for the Constructors and Drivers Championship, so let's see if we can continue to push on and extend our lead at the top. Before we continue though, just want to make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click that red button down below, hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when I upload next. More F1 2021 My Team content will be going up, so please be sure to stick around and support the channel while you're here. It is free after all. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe, and let's move on with the video. Alright, a maxed out car means we don't really have to focus on any R&D or facility upgrades at this time. If we do have the funds, I will be making some facility investments, but right now I don't think I will. Taking a look at the performance chart here as we enter the French Grand Prix, I do apologize about the bottom row. I don't know what happened. It's just like kind of skewed right now. But right now, Aston Martin are doing super well with their upgrades, overtaking Alfa Romeo at the previous Grand Prix. So let's see if they continue to push up the ranks here. Williams falling behind Alpine, I believe. Or they were below them all this time, but it's a tight midfield run between Williams, Alpine, and AlphaTauri. We're still up top, just ahead of Mercedes. No one's really budging, so I wonder if this is everyone having maxed out cars except for Aston Martin. I don't know, but it seems like the potential isn't really there for anyone else to really push up into the top half of the table. So we'll see how Aston Martin does, but everyone else seems to be quite static. But let's move on to the race weekend. French Grand Prix, a strong circuit for us, so let's see if we can have some fun and also get some solid points for the championships. Welcome to qualifying at the Circuit de Paul Ricard, the French Grand Prix. The practice sessions were a blast. We just breezed through those. First session, of course, in heavy rain. Well, I say heavy, but it was intermediate tire conditions. And we just went out on a wet setup just quickly and did most of the practice programs there. I was really quick in the rain, and it seems like the AI was struggling. It might be a setup issue. Maybe the AI was programmed so that they were using dry setups because the qualifying and race times will be dry, so it's going to be full dry conditions. But yeah, FP1 was the only full wet condition. I say full wet, again, intermediates. I was very fast there. P1 by the end of that session, did a quick practice session in FP2 to get most of the requirements or whatever boosts we have out of the way. Despite not needing to do any upgrades, I just wanted to do them anyway because it's a bit of fun and good practice. So yeah, we got that out of the way, and then in FP3, I just went out on softs and tried a lap, tried to get the final element of the qualifying pace program, and we just about scraped by. The tires were worn already, that's why I was off the pace compared to the others. I was on like 27% worn tire or something like that, so those were pretty done. The softs were done. I think they were being used during the quick practice program, so just had to deal with what we got. So yeah, we got purple on that, and then we also got P15 or 16, somewhere around that. We were in the back end of the table, but you could say we are sandbagging that round because we're gonna pull off everything. We're gonna, gloves are coming off, and we are going for it in this qualifying session. Let's see if we can do a competitive lap time here. Car setup should be fine, minus the fact that the brakes are probably a bit off. Not that we use so many brakes here in France. And I also lowered the tire pressures a tad bit. I'm gonna lower it one more level because they do overheat a lot because there's some high-speed corners, and we should be good to go out. Front tires are overheating. Let's see if we have a competitive lap time here. P16, oh goodness. Three tenths improved. Let's see if this is enough to see us into the next round. Let's see, not in the top 14. Max Verstappen with a 124.0. 124.7 is Ayrton Senna in P9. Yes, we make it through in P16. Latifi, Schumacher, Eilert, Aiken, Schwartzman, and Mazepin get knocked out. Let's see what happens in Q2. Overheating tires, but let's see if we can get a decent time in. Oh, P15. Okay, let's cool these babies and then go one more lap afterward. Three tenths improved. There we go. This is a good lap. Decent lap. Let's see. Ooh, only P12. Oh, it looks like we're gonna get knocked out. Oh dear. We're getting knocked out here, boys. Alright, can't break into the top 10. Max Verstappen with a 124.3. 124.9 is Ayrton Senna in P7. Ocon, Tsunoda, myself, Stroll, Raikkonen, and Russell get knocked out. But we do have a free choice of tires, so we're going to have to rely on our strategy to win the race or even get a podium. So let's see if we can do anything from P13, and let's see if we can have a driver of the day performance under our belts today.
Here we are again then at Le Castellet for another round of this year's Formula One World Championship. Renault took their first French Grand Prix win all the way back in the inaugural race in 1906, but it was another 73 years before they could take their second. I'm sure Alpine will be pushing hard to delight the local fans here today. 6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral Straight at around 205 miles per hour. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about the Golden Boy. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Lando Norris, and Senna, Bottas, Giovinazzi, Hamilton, and Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda, the Golden Boy, Sergio Perez, and Raikkonen, Russell, Latifi, Mick Schumacher, and Callum Eilert, Aiken, Schwartzman, Mazepin, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
One position gained as grid penalties hit other drivers. Let's take a look at our strategy here. Think we can go to the softs, can we not? No, it doesn't seem like it. Let's revert the strategy. Medium to hard is the recommended strategy for today. We'll see how things go and we will adjust accordingly. We'll drop our fuel to the minimum, and it doesn't seem like we can get a personalized strategy because we didn't do the race strategy practice program during the practice session. But anyway, let's see if the medium to hard strategy works in our favor today. 5 red lights and off we go in France, in Circuit de Paul Ricard. Oh, Paris got a marvelous start on those softs. Tsunoda's protecting it. Oh. Oh, chaos everywhere. We're up to P12 again, maintaining P12. Oh, I had to go wide. Ocon was going wide too. dive bomb. Track limit's fine. How I was able to keep those positions, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna go. Okay. Soft compound tire runners ahead of us, so these guys are gonna have to pit early because the soft compound tires are probably very easily worn out on this track. Ooh, dirty air is really hindering us there. We're still good, we're still good. No DRS just yet, we're still on lap 2. Trying to pull away from Ocon and Russell, but it seems like they're doing well to stay within reach. Maybe with DRS that story's gonna change. Let's see. I'm still staying behind Perez. All these soft compound tire runners are probably gonna be pacey at the early stages and then start dropping off around lap 6 maybe? Driver in front.
Perez is ahead of you, less than a second separate you. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 1 lap old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:37.4.
Let's pull away, let's pull away. 2 stops for these guys ahead. Driver behind.
Ocon is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1:29.1.
Okay. So everyone on the mediums is doing a 1 stop, medium to hards. Everyone on the softs is doing a 2 stop, soft to medium, medium, or soft to medium, hard, or something like that. Oh, the dirty air is not helpful here. That turn is the worst in dirty air. DRS. Let's try to pull back, get within DRS range of Perez again. There we go, within DRS range. Good. We gotta try and stay competitive. These guys are doing 2 stops, so they're probably gonna be rapid most of the time.
Okay, you're within 1 second of the car ahead. Get ready to use DRS to overtake. Don't panic just yet, but
oh no,
we've seen a
no,
problem
no,
at
no,
our
no,
end.
no, no,
We're looking
no,
into it.
no,
We're
no.
trailing our teammate by 3.7 seconds.
What problem? Don't tell me this is an engine failure early doors. Yeah, I was gonna say I was losing engine power. Oh, it's a gearbox failure.
Severe engine issue. Find a safe space to retire or return to the pits.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Again, find somewhere safe to stop. We need you to retire.
Oh dear, gearbox failure. I knew a durability issue was gonna come hit us soon. But yeah, here it is. Mercedes hate Paul Ricard because I think when we had a Mercedes engine, exactly this place, the French Grand Prix, was where we had to retire.
Another superb French Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
Well, Max Verstappen regains a healthy lead at the top. 2 AlphaTauris on either side of him. I think I saw Senna in P3, so that's a good sign for Suolito Racing and the constructors. But very poor day for us. Couldn't do anything about a gearbox failure. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll have to look to next weekend. Oh well, it is what it is. Engine failure, or rather a gearbox failure, resulting in a DNF. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap as well as P1 today. Gasly and Tsunoda on the podium with him as we saw. Senna, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Norris and Bottas round out the points. Ocon, Stroll, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Schumacher, Eilert, Latifi, Schwartzman, Mazepin and Aitken round out the finishers, with Russell and myself not finishing the Grand Prix. Standings wise, we drop a bit, 98 points to our name still, and we are 19 points to Max Verstappen, so we need another good Grand Prix in order to catch up. Ayrton Senna just behind us by 11 points, so he is also making ground towards the top. Constructor standings wise, we keep our P2 finish after Senna scoring points today. 30-point gap to AlphaTauri, but a larger 44-point gap to Red Bull, so we'll have to try and catch up. Hopefully we can solve this engine issue quickly and move on from there. Quite a shame that we are the ones to DNF today. I mean, I was expecting a DNF to come soon, and it seems like Mercedes don't like Paul Ricard. Yeah, I think when we were with Mercedes in our first season, or in the early stages of the game of the series, we were on the Mercedes engine, and we had a engine failure here in France at the Circuit de Paul Ricard, and here we come again with a Mercedes power unit and missing out on finishing the Grand Prix again. So it seems like Mercedes hate the French Grand Prix. Sadly, we couldn't do much about it, and I don't know, it is what it is. We'll have to look forward to the next Grand Prix. It's going to be a short video, guys. I do apologize. Gearbox failure is out of my control, but yeah, we'll look forward to the next race weekend, and hopefully we can push on. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Next up is the Austrian Grand Prix, my semi-home Grand Prix. Hopefully we can have a good showing there. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe using the red button down below, hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when I upload next. More F1 2021 My Team content is going up, so please be sure to stick around, support the channel while you're here, and enjoy the content. We're going to try and push for 200 subscribers, so please be sure to subscribe. More people are not subscribed than are subscribed, so please do help me out by subscribing. It's free, and you know, it helps the channel grow. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you again for stopping by and watching this video. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video of mine. Take care until then.
Yeah, I can even focus on sleeping. You're so pretty, every day I'm thinking. Baby, could you help me, 'cause I'm freezing.